You know what's even cooler than one or two blades on his arms? Blades on his back for some reason. I mean, he can't sit down. He'll tear up the sofa. Everyone, welcome back to Nortonman Reviews, and we're continuing the Marvel Top Cow crossovers book. Very exciting. Like I said in my last video, this is a bunch of crossovers between Marvel and Top Cow, with the main chunk of it being the Devil's Reign saga? Whatever. You know, there's fucking 8 parts into it, plus a prelude with a bunch of different characters in it, like interconnected, kind of going in and out of each other's books. And I don't know. I'm really kind of curious. I mean, I know everyone, Jesus, I don't even know where to start. It's boring. Like, the first part, I didn't know what was going on half the time, and I read it twice. I mean, Mephisto's coming to the Top Cow universe. He duped Silver Surfer with 5 random pages from fucking Mark Silvestri to do some complicated, convoluted plan to send himself, Mephisto, into Top Cow universe, because there's no god of death, as he says. So he will be, unopposed in claiming souls, because that's how he gets off, apparently. And then it had Weapon Zero in it, a bunch of nobodies doing unimportant shit, I guess. And I don't know what's going on. I think the purpose, like I said in my last one, I mean, that's kind of a cool shot, was Top Cow. This was an opportunity for Top Cow to kind of revamp some boring characters like Heatwave and Killraiser, try to make them a little bit more interesting, and, shake up the Top Cow universe a bit. I don't know how long it lasted or what came of it, if anything, really. So the first one was Weapon Zero and Silver Surfer, okay? And they don't ever interact, and nothing fucking happens, really. The next one is Cyblade and Ghost Rider. So this is when did this come out? Like 2005. It feels like a very 90s thing. 2005? No, it couldn't be. That must be the first printing of this book here. This had to have come out in the 90s, right? Robert, will you tell me? You're the Top Cow image dude. You know all. But so they just took like the most 90s characters from that era, and they didn't do something cool like have the X-Men team up with Cyberforce or anything like that. Just like one-off characters. So we got Cyblade from Cyberforce, and Ghost Rider from Ghost Rider. So there's Mephisto. Okay, all right. Story: Ivan Velez Jr., don't know him. Pencils: David Finch and Anthony Chun. We'll be able to tell the difference between these two artists very well. Inks: Aaron Soud, Joe Weems, and Curtis Patrick Arnold, and colors by a fuck ton of people. 4 different guys and letterers. I feel like in this one, they got everybody to jump in on this a little bit. Like, hey, who's our superstar artist? Let's get him on this. So Mark Silvestri, you're a superstar artist. You do some pages. He does 5 fucking random pages that are boring as shit, where he doesn't draw anything of note, really. Couple cool... Jesus God, will you just fucking get to the page? Couple cool images of Silver Surfer. But then the rest is by somebody I don't know, right? Which I talked about last video. Devil's Reign 2, David Finch. He's like a rising star, one of the premier Top Cow guys, along with some others that we'll see. Like, David Finch, here, you get on this. And I think he did about 5 fucking pages. And no disrespect to any of these other guys. They're, Anthony Chun, I don't know what he's done since then. I don't really know the name. He's an artist, and he's better than me. He can do a lot of stuff, but there's just some things that at the time you're just not excited to see compared to some other artists. But, no fault of his for, like, taking the gig and doing it. So here's a fucking Mephisto talking with one of his Darklings. They might as well be Darklings. And he corrupted the noblest of the world's heroes because he was just boredom. Just because of boredom. He was just bored. I mean, is this fucking heat wave here? I don't know. And then, yeah, then Cyblade is there because heat wave is missing, so she's worried. So I noticed with this guy, and I'm going to point it out, he does this thing, and it's not bad at all. He draws her in a few Cyblade here, a few times with her mouth slightly open, but you can see the white of her teeth. You see it there, you see it there, and it's, not always, obviously, but I remember always noticing that, taking note of that as a child when this first came out. And I think she's, lounging about in a sexy-ass robe, because that's what girls do. Maybe she got out of the shower. But something's wrong, and Heatwave is gone, so she's going to go find him somehow. And across another dimension in a similar universe, and on an Earth that's a marvel in its own right, you get it? So here's Ghost Rider and Danny Ketch. Alright, and this is Jennifer Kale, and this character did show up in the MCU, but they race swapped her. No big deal, honestly, because I don't know anything about this girl, except that she's blonde with short hair. And then here's Danny Ketch, the Ghost Rider at the time. Again, Danny Ketch Ghost Rider is one of the most 90s characters out there, along with Cable, Deadpool, and fucking Venom. You can throw Wolverine in there too, because he was just so popular at the time. Anyways, you got fucking Eternity. And he comes to her, she's a witch, magician person, and says, hey, I need you to get Ghost Rider over and to do some shit. And you gotta fucking shut up, because I said so, because I'm Eternity. I wonder, they kind of mentioned Eternity in the MCU. He was in that Thor Ragnarok in a weird way. He's powerful as fuck. Side note, I see some posts on Facebook where these guys put these, brawls from different characters, where they'll pit these characters against these. And one of them I saw was, Eternity and Living Tribunal, and I think Thanos and Silver Surfer, against, 4 people from DC, which was Darkseid and a few other people. And I don't know much about DC, but I'm just and a lot of people are like, oh, this character, will stomp, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, there's no way they're beating fucking Eternity and fucking Living Tribunal. Those are, the most ungodliest of gods that there ever could or will be. I don't know. Tell me somebody who's more powerful than these guys in DC. Try. Okay, but so we switch over to David Finch art, and there's just a shift in, awesomeness. Again, this guy's good. He draws her here with, no boobs. They're very, you don't have to draw girls with boobs, humongous all the time, but they just look very tiny and almost mannish, very flat-chested, which is stark difference from here. She's poking out there. But I do like this image here of her, this astral plane coming out of this portal, communicating with Danny Ketch, basically saying, hey, you've been recruited, we need your help to fuck with Mephisto. Sorry, I was just looking at the details and everything that he did here, and was going to compare it between the two, but this guy is pretty good at his backgrounds. You don't need them all the time, but I just like the subway system in here. Looks like this was inked by Joe Weems. Hi, Mom. Weems. But Danny Ketch here, he doesn't want to do anything with it. He's like, leave me alone. I don't want to do this. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, but they said if you wouldn't come along, I'd have to trigger your transformation. So that sucks for you, Danny. Again, I really like this picture. I like the way she's twisted. Her body and boobs looking one way, and her, hips and waist twisted slightly the other way. I just kind of like it. And this is fucking cool. I'm not a huge fan of Ghost Rider. I don't care about him that much. but he has a very distinct look, and you can't, like, it's just cool. And I wish his movies were a little bit better than Nicolas Cage ones. Maybe they'll do something cool with him going forward. But just like his flesh is burning off, this is kind of horrific and scary, and then this fucking skull flaming there. That's just awesome. But then he's in an outfit updated. I mean, I hadn't read Ghost Rider or really followed him, so like they changed his outfit a little bit, mostly the color scheme. I mean, he still has his spikes and still has the chain, and that's what you need. And you know, fucking cool shot of Ghost Rider there too, right? And for some reason, even though she was just a apparition here, Jennifer, sexy pose there. I like the shading that they do on her body here, using the lines as an indicator, not a lot of like line work, and then just let the colorist fill that in. But for some reason, she was an apparition. Now she's like, you know, there in real life. And she wants her bunny slippers, which I think she mentioned back here. And I think that's it for David Finch. 1, 2, 3 pages. There might be some more later. I can't remember, but I guess we're going to... No, there is. I remember now. There is. All right, so Cyblade, now they're in the Top Cow universe. She's in her... I guess that's a superhero outfit. I mean... Is this metal? Is it metallic? Is it a protection? I don't know. Or is it just a cool design? Either way, it doesn't really matter. Cool design. Jumps out. A lot of buckles going on with her. She jumps out to do what? I don't know. And then Mephisto like senses fucking Ghost Rider coming out. So powerful, impactful image. Kind of a mostly double page spread of him coming out, zooming out. This design of a motorcycle is not cool at all. I have to say, I don't like it like one bit. I mean, his motorcycle has gone through a few variations. Growing up, born in the 80s and growing up in the 90s, I was most familiar with the Danny Ketch. I don't have anywhere to show it, but like that kind of classic version. It didn't have like quite a skull on it here. It was just a better design. You guys probably know the one I'm talking about. This looks like a fucking motorcycle from Akira or some Japanese anime or something like that. And I'm just not into it. I don't like the color scheme and everything. But at least it still has flaming wheels, so can't fault him for that. So he comes screeching into the Top Cow universe. He's all bright and colorful. Again, competent work by the artist. I already forget his name. Anthony Chun. I don't want to... Yeah. The police are fucking freaked out by him, as you should be if this fucker showed up. They try shooting at him. Doesn't work. He's laughing at them. Come on, they're just police. Like, they don't know what's better. So he takes them out, and Cyblade shows up randomly, coincidentally, and kicks him. This image, I don't like it. Again, here we go with her, gritted teeth look. I don't know. It's not impactful. It doesn't look natural. I feel there are different ways you could do something with her charging in and kicking him from out of nowhere. Different ways to do it. Again, this guy is a professional artist, and who knows what he's done since then. And could I do better? Probably not. Most likely not. But I know what I like, and I don't like this. Does she even hit him? I don't know. She has her Cyblades. She's just a fucking ripoff of Psylocke, more or less. Continuity error. She has her choker here. it's suddenly no choker here. Doesn't have it here. You can forgive this, David Finch, because it does switch to David Finch's in art. So maybe like he wouldn't know, but he was drawing Cyberforce at the time. You think he would? So she kicks him there. See, this is almost a better pose, I feel. If she came in that fucking glare, in that kind of a pose, but maybe it's elongated and kicking him in the back or something like that, instead of kind of kicking him in the face. Take that, put it there, kicking him in the back. That could be more impactful, but fuck, he impacts into the side of a car. There's the anchor image here, or the pose shot, as I've heard in a recent documentary with X-Men. Again, David Finch is a good artist. I've talked about him a lot from various other things, mostly in Marvel, and I really like him. Not a big fan of this picture right here, and I think it's specifically the size of her head. I think her head is too big, and she looks like a child to me. Very tiny waist, very skinny legs, kind of a big head, and this hair doesn't help either. I feel if this head was a little bit smaller, it would look better. Now, I don't remember a lot of his work. I know he worked on Cyberforce and a plethora of other things for Top Cow in the 90s and early 2000s before he came to Marvel. Was he always like this? Someone tell me in the comments, Robert. I do like this shot of Ghost Rider right there. That's scary and ominous. And I really like this shot of Mephisto there. Just in the background, it's kind of like fucking hidden in fucking word balloons or thought balloons, but I would have much rather have that as a big anchor image as opposed to her right here. That's just me. So we go away from the David Finch, and we're back to Anthony Chun and the gritted teeth look here that he does. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And the demons and the darklings, and some of these people are demons, and so they fight, and now they are teaming up and they're fighting, demons, which is fine. A lot of words as they're fighting. And then here comes Killraiser. Killraiser? What? You're speaking. No, not Killraiser, not anymore. I am Deathraiser. He doesn't say that, but he might as well fucking sure. Demon Razor, that would be good. I'm going to use that now. I'm going to steal that I just made up. So here's Killraiser. He's from Strikeforce, codename Strikeforce, right? I don't know, but I feel like he is, and I guess he didn't speak. And I guess no one cared, because now he's even more boring, because now he can talk, and he has all these blades on him. It's just like, who's cool at the time? Oh, Wolverine's cool, and he has claws. Well, we can't just do claws. Plus, we have, like, Ripclaw and Warblade and these guys who have claws for fingers. Let's just give him these crazy blades on his arms. Okay, you know what's even cooler than one or two blades on his arms? Blades on his back for some reason. I mean, he can't sit down. He'll tear up the sofa. And she gets out her Cyblade, her psychic knife, which is the focused, totality of all her psychic powers. And she's pissed that he became a little whiner. And she's like, you go to hell, you're an asshole. He gives her backhand like John McEnroe. Here's the only answer you deserve. Okay. Fighting, talking. Go to hell. Beating him up. Bam, 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 bam. Punch, punch, punch. And, boy, I guess she fucked him up good. Good for you, Cyblade. You betrayed yourself. Better be considered insignificant by a demon than to be considered too weak to resist temptation. Fuck you. You don't know what he's been through. But Ghost Rider steps in. He's like, bitch, let me show you how it's done. And he's like, I'm going to give him the penance stare. And So I guess this guy has some penancing to do. Penancing? Ah, whatever. Mephisto was possessing him, I guess. Did he exorcise him? Exorcise the demons. So Mephisto there, he does some like creepy shit, yelling and laughing at Ghost Rider. This time I will crush you. Spoilers, he doesn't. And then woman, he never learns Cyblade's name, so he just calls her woman. Should have called her Hotcakes because of that hot fucking outfit that she's in. You must be prepared, for he will take no prisoners, and she's fucking gone. And that's the end of it. Cyblade is gone. So as we'll find out, like, it is kind of a clever thing they do in Devil's Reign with each chapter that continues from the next has a character from the previous one. More or less. Not the beginning with stupid Weapon Zero and boring Silver Surfer. But starting with Cyblade Ghost Rider, the next one we'll go into is going to be Ghost Rider Ballistic. And then go through so-and-so, so-and-so until the end, we come back to Cyblade. So, kind of an interesting thing. But yeah, that's it. What was the cover for this one? It shows the cover gallery back. Here's the color for this one. By Anthony Shin. There's the gritted teeth again. Not a bad cover. Gets the point across. She looks scared. I would be too. Alright, but the next one is going to have Ballistic and Ghost Rider. And that one is a lot more fun, if I remember correctly. So, there it is. And hit the like button, subscribe, and as always, I will see you in the next video.